multicam black kit bags. Woodland 12 gauge micros. Alpine covert packs. Not sure what's out on the floor here. Hope everybody had a good weekend. We'll do this for a few minutes here. As long as you guys have conversation, we can talk about whatever you want. When the conversation slows down, that will be the end of this live video. Jump on, let me know that you have audio and video, and we can go from there. Seaside, what's up? Mitchell, how are you? Taka, what's going on? Benjamin Brewer, Byron, what's up? Nighthawk, Jacob, what's up, dude? Todd John, how are you? Anybody get shipping information on Thursday, Friday? Anybody receive orders over the weekend at all? Anybody take advantage of the hot dog pouch order? Perfectly fits a hot dog. What kind of hot dogs are there? Chicago hot dogs and what? New York hot dogs? Is that the two different, like pizzas? Is that how that goes? This bag I have this propped up against is not sitting. Saw something cool in multicam black before you flipped the camera. What's in front of me? Mystery 9 bag with 6x6s and 6x12. Is that what we're talking about? Mystery 9 bag right there without any of the parts on it. Much larger version of the Mystery 9. Thursday or Friday, I don't remember which day. I don't even know if we did we do a live Thursday, Friday night? That's a 9x9, and these are 6x9s. This bag's about 18 inches roughly, so you can put 3 6x9s per side, or you can put 2 9x9s per side on that. EDC, what's up? Dale. Scott Taylor, how are you? How was your weekend? You guys, anybody do anything cool? Is the underbag attachment still coming? Yeah, it's coming. Yep, we just made patterns for a bunch of stuff. Actually, I made patterns Thursday for a bunch of stuff. Friday was a little thrown off a little bit. Brandel was super sick, so we didn't film anything. So that gave me some time in the shop here, and we patterned out a bunch of patterns. I actually cut patterns for stuff. New stuff coming. Dale, sweet bag, moving. You're moving. Where are you moving to? What are you doing? You smoke tactical meth. That's cool. You're banned here. I don't have time for your fucking bullshit. Come back with a new fake account, dipshit. We'll ban you every fucking night just like we have. Inventory correct on the multicam black. Nope. Nope. Order one if you want it. If you have to have it shipped, don't order it. We've got a batch cut. Those are probably oversold. We got a second batch behind them. Or just order only off of the SOE quick ship. Dale Young, what's up? Yeah, I get it, Decker, man. I get it. I wouldn't order from my company either. Turn the air on here. There are 2, if not 3, multicam black, nanody black also, and I think there's a batch behind those too. Nomad, what's up? Oh, you're moving closer to your kids, right on. Our weekend was good. We went and picked up a bunch of adult rats for breeding, because we're setting up all the breeder racks again. And then we got a bunch of driftwood. We met a family in Clarksville that picks up a lot of driftwood. He retired, I think after 20 years with like TVA, worked for the power plant right over here as a matter of fact. And they do pond installations and pools and stuff. He had a beautiful koi pond. I'm actually going to have him quote me out and see what it would take to duplicate his pond here. And I'd say he had probably 20, maybe 30 koi in there. He had some really, you know, big size koi and some short, beautiful, beautiful pond in the front of the house. Waiting on tons of stuff. Is it worth to? It is worth the wait. Have lots of mystery tin orders coming out. Nice. I have lots of mystery tin orders out there. You do. You do. I did not know that. How many mystery? We have sold a third probably of the mystery tin bags. And the way this is going to go is we're going to build all the orders. We're going to shut down ordering on mystery tin. We're going to build them all. And then we're going to raise the price over probably $100 to $150 higher than the standard cost of the just ordering mystery tin. Same as we did with the mystery 9. Was I in Afghanistan? No, I was not in the military at all. Watch the newest You Ask, We Answer segment. Really like that series. Nice. Right on. Now you've ordered 4 or 5 different colors, I take it. Vasava, what's up? Hit the like button. Yep, we're at 47, 54 on board, and 29 thumbs up. Most of you guys, if you just double tap the screen on your device, it will actually give a thumbs up. A variety of colors. That's cool. I think you'll be very pleased with the bag. Saving the newest, pulling the thread, a bunch of driving. Right on. You're from India. Right on. Where in India are you? What part of India? Do you have cobras and monkeys? Watch out for those. Are you talking to me? I got fucking hit by one tonight. A fucking huge one, too. At one point, you were downsizing Reptile. Is that part of the homestead plan to get back heavy, or just... No, it's just for fun. Just for fun. Amanda wanted to go to a reptile show that was here in Nashville probably 2 months ago. She told Brandel, I'm getting a reticulated python. I said, no, the fuck you're not getting a reticulated python. We are not doing snakes. And we came home with 3. We came home with 3, and now there's over 100. We have a building being delivered in 3 weeks that's 16 by 60, brand new, just for reptiles. I've got probably 100 cages here that we actually put 4 of them together today. That'll be a YouTube, it's a new YouTube channel, new social media, just for the animals. And really we're building a private zoo of just things that we want. Just the animals we want. She bought 2 tiger rat snakes tonight. Those are fucking pretty wild. They put on a huge show. They puff up their necks, black and yellow. How am I? I'm good. How are you? What do you do in India? What do you do for work there? What do you like to do? And you said you were where? Where did he say? Bangalore. Bangalore. I'm pronouncing that wrong, aren't I? I was able to grab one of those splatter super kits. Thanks, Josh. It's a big fucking bag. Big bag. Hope you and man had a great weekend. I think we did. We put up some short form content on the SOE Reptiles page. Could you please explain the mystery bag? I'm just a simple motherfucker. A mystery bag, you don't get to know what the mystery bag is. That's the mystery of it. It says, you order this bag, we're going to ship you whatever we want to ship you whenever we get around to shipping it. It's basically what the order says. Last time, Mystery 9 was this bag right here. Right? This bag. Makes a great range bag, makes a great EDC bag. It's Velcro walled, so you can put large mesh or 2 small mesh pockets. And then I made pouches to go on the side. The 6x6s sit on the sides, both sides, or a 6x12. And then I have this modular piece here that attaches to the bottom. So you can load this bag however you want. Mystery 10, we have not said what it is going to be yet. If you like the 9, the Mystery 10 bag, you're going to love the Mystery 10 bag. Reptile Expos and Gun Expos are the same. They are the same. They are very much the same. fascinated with reptiles, but man, I would love to find a mentor close. There's a bunch of dudes in Kentucky, man. Check out Paragon Reptiles, Paragon Exotics. He does really big Burmeses, anacondas, retics, and he has really big monitor lizards. I got a monitor lizard that'll be here, a water monitor, Asian water monitor, third largest lizard in the world. Also smart, highly intelligent. That will be here, I think Wednesday. I think it ships. I think it ships Monday, so we'll get it Tuesday, or it ships Wednesday, we'll get it Thursday. How large are the zipper portion on the tear-off IFAC? The whole entire thing. It opens the whole entirety of the tear-off IFAC opens so that it will lay out clamshell. Rolling Acres, how are you? Can the molly and edge tape be made in orange? What on what, Taka? What are we doing? I do have some orange edge tape. It is not as bright. It does not pop like our orange thread does. It's a little more dull. We got it for a Halloween, and we just never used it because it wasn't as bright. As far as PALS webbing, I can make PALS webbing. Bus conductor, okay, all right. Bus conductor. Those tear-off IFACs look nice. I might have to get one. I don't think that we have any right now to ship, so you'll get one out of the following batch. They are very nice. We did them for career issue to some Navy units, as well as some Army units. We did a bunch of stuff with an Air Force group that was chopped to CAG. They did all their close air support for a 2-year rotation. And that's who we originally designed that and built that, and then we sold 500 of them to Army. Very small unit. Rest in peace, James Yeager. Yes, absolutely. They're having a range cleanup day August, I think 31st, which is actually James's birthday. So if anybody's in town or around for that, I'm sure it'll be a bunch of, you know, gun shooting and hanging out in the evening and barbecuing and stuff. The lizard people are not going to look kindly on you keeping their relatives. I suspect Hillary and Soros. Maybe so. Maybe so. They should probably break all the ones out of the zoo first. As far as finding a reptile mentor, I personally went to different reptile shows and networked. Yeah, those guys are all pretty welcoming. Hot dog order, I think you're going to like it. Hot dog pouch was the very first promo code we ever did. Not up to date. What made you get back into snake? My wife wanted them. Figure out if I can order a combo of navy blue base and orange molly bag. Which bag, Taka? We're not actually taking orders for any of the Mystery 9 bags any longer. I would love to tell you yes. The chances of you actually, like, that falls on me doing it, so it probably won't happen. Depending what bag you want. Chuck, what's up, dude? How was your weekend? Scott Truesdale, how are you, man? I would name a pet lizard Soros the Destroyer. Well, I have a pet lizard coming. And a pet black, this is a black lizard, Big Mike. Does 3M make high heat Velcro? I don't know the answer to that. You would have to find out. Let me know when you find out. I don't know. Radio Made Easy, what's up? Are you still in Ohio currently? Using the Radio Made Easy kit tonight. Biking is so much better with them. Hell yeah. How are the Flag Day bags? I don't even know. If you're talking about a promo bag, dude, we make fucking 500 promo bags a week. What you're asking is how is your order coming? I don't have a clue, man. On the Flag Day bags, I think we let you guys order a combination of what you wanted, color or subdued, and then I think we let you pick 4 colors. So what happens with those is those orders for that specific bag get put in bins, and we never even look at those orders until we do it in a rotation. And when we get the bag, we pull the bin, and then we look at the highest dollar value of orders that we can ship, and those get shipped first. So if you guys like game it to get 10 of those free bags, you're absolutely going to get them, but your shit's going to ship absolutely last also. But the real answer is I don't have a clue, and you haven't given me nearly enough information to answer your actual question. But every day we build over 100 of those promo bags, and the next morning all of those ship out. RME heard me type. I don't know what that's about. What's my everyday carry? I carry around a bunch of motherfuckers with a lot of different equipment in multiple trucks typically. I work in a building with 20 people that are all EDC. Like, I don't know what you're specifically asking me. I probably EDC 20 times more shit than you possibly could carry, really. That's like the no bullshit, not trying to one-up you or anything. How long does it take for the retics to outgrow their... Oh, you can outgrow them pretty quick. A lot of people will super grow CZ Shadow Compact right on. There are a lot of 365s around here. There's a fucking ton of Glock 19s and I think some 48s around here. There are a shitload of variants of M4s and stuff around. So the retics, you can feed them and get them, you know, way big, way fast. And they say it cuts time off of their life. The current way of thinking after being out of this for 10 years is that you feed them slower and grow them slower. So we have baby retics in 12 by 12 cages that are 18 tall, and they just kind of sit in about the middle and perch on a branch and wrap around like you would think a python would. I've got caging, a bunch of caging right now that's 30 inches, and we have animals in there. And then we just built a bunch of 4-foot cages today, and we moved those into those 4-foot cages. And then I've got about 20 6-foot cages we're putting together. 6-foot caging is the biggest stuff we have right now that will stack. And then we're going to do some 8-foot and 10-foot caging. Brad M. Life is very good. Just subscribed, right on. So I have over 3,500 videos on this channel, and I've had this channel for over 14 years. I started this company 35 years ago. I still run and own the company. You can see what we're all about. We've got several different video series. We do a couple different video podcasts every week, and then I do a video with my wife, and then I've got another channel that's more like animals. Half of the stuff on this channel has been homesteading. Is it 6,500? I think we're well over that now. For breeding and growing them, slower, good, or bad, I have never bred. It's weird, right? I've been out of animals for 10 years and then come back in. And there's a ton of content, but it looks like liberal animal rights people, like, I guarantee all these dudes squealing about this took all the vaccinations and all the boosters, and some of them probably, I'll bet you if we go back a couple years, they were all wearing masks on their videos. And most of them seem to be from Canada, which I just find bizarre. But YouTube has given everybody a voice. The real answer is, your animal, does it grow? Does it eat well? Does it produce? Could you take, like if you take a ball python, I think, and you put it into a 4 by 8 foot enclosure, you might very well find that that motherfucker stops eating because they live in burrows and stuff. You've got all this whole outrage over people keeping animals in racks and trays. But they produce so many animals, like you have to keep them stacked in trays and stuff. I've got both. The new building we're building out is 60 feet walls of just caging, and those will be planted cages, just like a zoo. That's how they'll look. We also have racks with pull-out drawers and stuff. So the real answer is do whatever you want to do. Like if you feel comfortable with keeping that animal in a smaller cage, if you look at the animal, they usually don't move too much. But there's this whole genre maybe, or this whole way of thinking with these younger dudes. They take their snakes and they put them in like a fucking playpen, and they're like, mental stimulation for the animal, and the animal crawls all over the place. Of course it does. Just like if you let it out, it's going to crawl all over the place, and then it's going to sit someplace dormant until it's hungry or needs water, or you disturb it looking for it. So just do whatever you want to do. I don't think there's a wrong way or a right way. Saw at recent gun show. What's the deal with the alien pistol? I have no idea. I don't have a clue what it is. From the new movie. And it's different for different animals, right? You can take a Burmese and get it up to 10 feet in, a year and a half, 2 years. But the thought is that we know more now about hormones, and when you feed an animal a lot, it's releasing a lot of hormones, so the animal grows faster. But a lot of the times, how many years of life is it taking off of the animal? We know the animals can live 20, 25 years in some cases. A lot of king snakes, a lot of colubrids live 25 years. I see a lot of people posting videos like in these groups I'm in, they're like, my snake just died. I've had this animal 25 years. I didn't personally realize that king snakes would live 25 years. So how many years is it taking off? I would say if you went back to the 90s, I'll bet 90% of the animals that people brought and kept in captivity died because they just didn't take care of them or gave them to somebody else, and that was the end of the history on them. Free prom bags? Promotion bags? Shit, dude, it depends. We do between 600 and 1,000 every time we run a promo. Black and gray visor covers, they're very nice, yeah. Trying to get my hands on a 308 split rig. Just got back into fowls. What color would you like? We just did them not long ago. How long do you expect those to grow? 18 feet. My berms and the retics, yeah, you can get 18-foot snakes, but it's not as common as you think. When people say they have 20-foot snakes and you go and look at them, they really have a 12, 13, sometimes 16. We've had 20-foot Burmese pythons. They're fucking huge. Heard anaconda. I have anaconda. I'm getting anacondas. 30 years. How do snakes show a sign of age? I don't know the actual answer to that. Size. And you'll see animals too. They lose like muscle tone to them as they get older. Can they inbreed? Yeah, there's a lot of people hybridizing a lot of shit. I didn't even realize that was a possibility. I heard of like imperial king snakes or imperial corn snakes. It's a corn snake bred with a king snake or a milk snake. And some of them look really neat. I've recently heard of people breeding ball pythons with retics. I think I heard Kevin from Nerd did that. And I've recently heard of breeding Burmese pythons with reticulated pythons. I've not seen any of those. I'm not actively looking for them either. How do you handle large snakes? Large snakes are actually easier to handle than smaller snakes. I get bit by small snakes much better than bat eaters is a Burman or retic. Now, I don't know if that's the Borneo bat eater, because I've heard of Borneo bat eaters since I was a kid. I don't know if that's the same thing or not. Green I'm getting both clever, but I really want green anaconda. I actually talked to a dude tonight that's got one. Brandel doesn't know it yet, but he's picking it up and bringing it to me. Do I think I've sold out of kit bags? I don't know, Boiler Matt, but I'll tell you, if we have oversold them, they're going to cut them tomorrow and build them this week anyways. What other color would you like? We did multicam black ones. I think we just opened up on the website also woodland ones. Got SOE belt a few weeks ago, by far the best belt I own. Thank you, man. Danny, what? I didn't see if you commented. I didn't see your comment about what color split front you want. Been watching your sewing videos. Great to learn. Thanks, dude. What state are you in? Home Depot. We bought houseplants at Home Depot yesterday, as a matter of fact. Boiler Matt, you'll order wood. So just know that I don't have them. We're gonna mass the orders in the morning and cut them out. How many times has Brandel been built? Brandel is definitely never been bit by us. Well, I don't know. Maybe he has younger. Brandel is horrifically afraid of snakes until just a couple of weeks ago. And he's been around while I've had snakes out filming, and he's like, can I hold that snake? Like he's warming up to it. I think a lot of it was more like for theatrics. And maybe he believed it, but I don't think he's as scared as he leads on. Cali. We lived in Cali. Where in Cali are you? We were in San Diego forever. We moved here like 22 years ago. There's no precise way to tell a snake's age. Do you have preferred subs? Depends on the animal. The colubrids, I really like Sani chips for the small ones. I like shredded aspen for the larger ones. They can tunnel in there. And then for like the berms and the retics and stuff, when they're smaller, I like keeping them on like Repti chip or Coco Core or Forest, floor, whatever. We're actually working with 4 different companies right now about setting up wholesaling. We have sample cubes, which means we have 100 pounds coming from each company to see which one we like the best for our needs. And then we're going to buy pallets of it, and then we'll resell pallets. And then for the big snakes, I'm keeping them on paper. Like I moved a fucking retic last night and a berm last night, big ones. And the first thing they did was fucking shit in the new cage. It's inevitable. And when those animals, like the big ones, when they shit like a 5-gallon bucket worth of shit. Do pest control really use snakes for ridding mice? I have not heard that. I don't know that. I would think that people would have a bigger problem with the snakes than the mice. I think he was scared until he was in a safe environment too. I think so. Brandel never shot a gun until he was here. He filmed here for years, and he's like, hey, can I shoot that? Like, we've had dudes around here all the time with fucking, guns and machine guns and all kinds of shit. He filmed for some really big YouTube channels doing gun stuff too. And like with some of the pretty reputable guys out there doing gun shit, Brandel almost got shot several times. Like, Brandel's never come any, like, nobody's ever been shot or even close to shot here. Put your hand on the camera for, yeah, I don't do that shit. Participate in my conversation. Most people are deathly afraid of snakes until you put one in their hands. Well, I'm very careful. Like, even our FedEx lady's like, oh my God, I'm scared to death of snakes. And she brings snakes here every day. And I'm like, look, let me just tell you this. I'm never going to throw a snake at you. I'm not going to tease you with a snake. I'm not going to push it. I'm not even going to ask you to hold the snake. But if you ever want to see them, I can take you, and it's like a zoo, right? They're all behind windows and cages. I go, I have to open this box up. You're welcome to come and stand at distance. And she's like, I would really like that. And she was here probably 20 minutes, asked all kinds of questions about snakes. I'll bet you it's only a couple more weeks, and she's like, can I touch it? Because I always ask them, I'm like, hey, I have the mouth part, the part with the teeth. Would you like to touch this and see what it feels like? It really feels kind of like cold leather or, cool leather. So I think just normally the experience people have had with snakes, especially when we were younger, was some asshole had a snake and would fucking push it at you just for the reaction. What flavor Redcon 1 pre-workout do you... any of them. I really like the MRE. I ordered 100. What are they? I don't know how many pounds they are. I think we ordered like 10 more tubs of Redcon 1 MRE today, and then Amanda ordered the ready-made drinks because she likes to use them in her coffee. And guys, everything at Redcon 1 right now is 50% off across the site. I have an affiliate code. The 50%, my code gets you 20% off. The current price on the site is half off. And I don't know when that ends. I feel like it ends tonight. If you guys want anything from Redcon 1, don't worry about my code. Go to the site. Everything is half off right now. Always. Oh, sidewinders are very, very neat. Very neat. MRE is not correct. John likes peach pre-workout. So the pre-workout I use that she's talking about for peach is from First Form. I use Total War. I use their other one, which is a non-stim pre-workout also. I use a lot of Redcon stuff, but for pre-workouts, I use a lot of different pre-workouts, probably like 20 different ones. And many of them are not First Form. Like the shirt, right on. I think we still have these available on the website. Yep, made a Redcon 1 checkout order today. Yep, you can't beat that. You can buy Redcon 1 products in Walmart. That 50% off they're doing is fucking unheard of. I've never seen them do a 50% off. I know that you know, maybe you guys aren't aware of this. I don't even know if it's public facing. Redcon 1, Aaron, who owns Redcon 1, bought Jolt Cola, and they set up a 150,000 square foot facility in Nashville, and they're bottling and distributing Jolt Cola. I don't know if he's linked Jolt Cola to Redcon 1. I don't even know if that's out public. So I don't know why they're doing a 50% off sale, but it's a fucking great deal. And to order a camo hoodie. They usually give you a couple hoodies when you check out, depending on the size of your order, Amanda. Go back and order it if you want it. Get you a hoodie. And the quality of their shirts and hats are really good. I don't know where. I'm sure they're offshored, but the fucking quality is really solid. Which manufacturer of plastic buckles? I use Duraflex. Yeah, I use National Molding. And the only reason I use National Molding is because I've used them for the last 35 years. So any buckle that we've ever put out interfaces with buckles we have. You could totally use ITW Gilly-Tex. I never switched because the Gilly-Tex doesn't mate up. It'll lock. It's just it's not perfect fit. And back in the day when you'd have a young Marine on a rim pack or something with a CFP 90 pack, when he broke any of the buckles on his gear, our shit was interchangeable, so he could take it off any of the national stock number issue gear and use any of those buckles would work with our buckles. That's why we did that. Used cigar case today for a nice stogie. Nice, thank you. Wondering if you have any OD Black Day packs. We don't. If you would like one, order one up and I'll have them task them this week to build them. I have gray ones cut right now, and we have Typhon Toxic ones, I think, in motion. On the shelf, I have black that can ship tomorrow morning. Life changed from you, Amanda, Andy Frisella, Bear, and Minnie. Well, I'm fucking super stoked to be in that group with those guys. This would need more actual men, brothers. We're being trained. We are being trained. Yeah, we're like school. And if you look at modern day school, it is falling apart. Like the colleges are closing down because who has taught all those kids, right? That was all just funded money to teach communism. We send our kids to government school and they get programmed under communism, and then we wonder why they hate our way of life. That's because we didn't fucking raise our kids. Communists raised our kids. Scope Wrecker, what's up? Josh, Redcon 1 right there. Thanks for the link, bud. Just did a mystery tin. What color did you order, Taka? Under custom, if you asked for that, we will build that if that's what you ordered. The blue with the orange on there. Goes back for the late 1880s. Yeah, hell yeah, it does. Central banks, yeah. Pussification of America is saddening. Yeah, Yuri Bezanov, he's passed away. He was a KGB agent that had defected to the United States. He was talking about this in the 70s and the 80s, the playbook they would use for the fall of America. And you've watched, I mean, it happened exactly as he said it would. It's well in motion. I did order blue and orange. We'll build it for you, Taka. It'll be cool. Do I sell fabric? I do not, man. I do not. Just Google it. You'll find places selling it. You ordered the day pack, right on. You're gonna love it. Ordered mystery tin in Woodland back when it first came out. Seems like Woodland stuff never gets to, because what we do when we do those is we take whoever ordered the most, and those are the ones we push out first so that we can fill the most amount of orders. It's actually easier to build 30 of the same thing or 50 of the same thing than a couple smaller ones. Didn't Reagan say communism would come to America in the form of liberalism? Yeah, absolutely. That interview is exactly what's happening now. Yep. I feel they don't teach cursive anymore, so future generations won't be able to read the Bill of Rights. Yeah, and what do you sign your name in, right? You sign your name in cursive. Can you sign a contract? Probably at the bottom. What are we doing at the bottom? I'm always at the bottom, Scoped Wrecker, so you're in good company. What'd you order? What are we talking about? So picking the most popular pattern gets, oh, always, yeah. I showed some vets some SOE gear, and they compared it to some Bay System surplus gear. They said their comparison SOE is top notch. It is. It is. Because Bay, I don't think Bay actually makes anything, do they? It goes out to bidder. If not Tennessee, where would you have relocated for business? I always, when I was young and growing up, I thought Montana, Idaho. Having been in Tennessee, I don't want to leave Tennessee. If I was going to leave Tennessee, maybe West Virginia, maybe Kentucky, Idaho, because I have people in Idaho. But I just don't want to live in Idaho. I don't want the fucking kind of winters Idaho has. My EDC belt is by far the best. Thank you. You also talked about discontinuing dog collars, so I will order. You're going to wait for it. Just know you're going to wait for it. Our names are capital letters twice in our life. Birth certificate, deaths. Interesting. Just a little tight on the midsection these days. Is it hard to find good stuff to make your products? No, it's not. It's hard to find labor to make my products. The biggest frustration you'll have in any business is humans. Are acres in Kentucky affordable? They are, yeah, they are. And Kentucky's very low population. You aren't signing enough documents twice in your life. Yeah. Ooh, I'm going the wrong way. I'm at that motherfucker. It'll be cold in the morning. Here we go. Had my belt 10 plus years, still looks, yeah. We got belts out there that are 35 years old still in use. Kid in 2020, bags left. Bite in 2020? Probably not. Fruit was hitting 2 years old. What's up? We were talking about you at dinner tonight, Ken. We were looking at Genius AI stuff. This snake bit me tonight. When I reached in, it just barely bit me on the finger, and it's like, oh shit, I don't want that, and it let go. Oh, the big ones are over here. We built these cages and these cages today, which just means we screwed them together. We'll cut paper and put in there tomorrow. That's a retic there, big albino lavender retic. That's a Burmese right there, about 11 foot probably. That one's the one that bit me across the hand the other day. In the cage. It's always in the cage. I didn't have a snake hook down here, so I hadn't pulled it out. Ordering Redcon 1, you're gonna like it. Are the snakes smelly? You know when you come in the building and one of them's gone to the bathroom. But no, they're like, you don't walk in here and think, oh, there's snakes in here. I don't notice it. I don't think anybody else notices it. And you know, we'll have a big AC system and dehumidifiers and shit in the other building. You won't notice it. We'll have, you know, ventilation and stuff. Does the material you use have any stretch inside? Not real. No, it really doesn't. No. A monocle cobra? Yeah, I'm not getting any venomous. I look at it like I'm interested in it if it's someplace I'm at, but we're not doing venomous. I get bit by these snakes that are not venomous. Salmon, how are you, man? You want to see some snakes? You still got snakes, don't you? You got milk snakes and king snakes? Norihiko, hello. I was watching a video about a snake store in Japan today. It was big. Lots of snakes. Tim, what's up? Did you get home? Australian snakes. I have an Australian snake right over here. Olive python. Hello, buddy. You love the cages? So these are dubia cages, and they come flat packed, and I put them together in about 15 minutes. These are from family reptiles. They come flat packed also in these cases here. I've got a lot to put together. And we build these in about 30 minutes probably. These ones screw together, whereas these ones have an aluminum frame, and the PVC slides in the frame. And when you put the lid on, you hammer this in, and it actually shaves the plastic a little bit, so they're very tight. We're gonna stack them. I'm gonna run these 6 high, and I've got 30-inch, 36, 48, and 5 footers. And then these ones here, I have 3 foot, 4 foot, and 6 foot cages. I've got about 100 cages to put together. Hometown snake medicine. Hometown snake medicine shop for sex strong. Right on. Tight is right. Snake called the bush. Oh yeah, bushmasters are fucking. Those are bad. Yeah. Yeah, we'll walk upstairs for a minute. Amanda did a lot of work up there today. I haven't even seen it yet. Are you going to have a bottom one directly on the... No, I'm going to raise it up. Anything on the floor always is neglected a little bit. one's shedding. Kit bag ordered. You're going to love it. Not sure if anyone thanked you today. Well, thank you, Scope. Running those cages on wheels. No, not on wheels. A snake fight club? I don't know about that. Maybe a fight club at the snake house. We have found a use for the Halloween decorations, I see. Do you bite? I bet you bite. Come here. The big one downstairs is the same as this one here. Purple albino or albino lavender reticulated python. That big one is 13 feet. This one here is probably 30 inches. Hey, I need you not to go that way here. Occupy yourself over here. Isaac, what's up? The skeletons are, yeah, that's Amanda. Do the cats, yeah, the cats, leave them alone. They're super, when a shipping box gets delivered that we haven't opened, the cats are very, very interested. They know something's there. I've had snakes out and like put them nose to nose with the cat. Obviously I hold the snake's head so it can't bite the cat, but the cat doesn't make any aggressive moves or anything. There are definitely snakes here big enough that could eat the cats, but they are not even accessible to each other. Welcome to Amanda's Snake Farm. We can buy snakes in Japan, but there are, yes sir, I was watching a video of people in Japan. A guy from Belgium was in Japan at a snake shop. Walked back into live at the wrong time. All right, guys. The light purple is very cool, yeah. Did the snakes all vote for Trump? Of course they did. Of course they did. All right, guys, I'm out of here. Everybody have a great night. Have a great week. We will see you guys tomorrow. Be sure to follow SOE Reptiles on Instagram and YouTube if you're interested in that stuff. Head count, we're over 100 right now, Clever. All right, good night, guys.